Hello. We're back on live for the Virgo full moon. I'm going to give you guys a second to get ready. All you really need to do is grab your yoga mat, your yoga towel, if you have one, and some water. Let's do that. Yoga mat, yoga towel, and some water. That's it. That's all. We'll begin in a cross-legged seated meditation. Because this is BIPOC yoga, as you guys know, I'm going to be pulling some meditations from Meditation with Intention by Ashuna. And this is a person that I found on Instagram. Hey girl, hope you see this, hope you watch it. And she is a BIPOC woman who writes about meditation. She actually has a history of, I believe her religion is Hinduism. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm going to pull a meditation, a quick meditation from her book. I didn't have this marked out previously, so I'm just flipping through some pages right now, hoping that I find one. Ah, perfect. This one says 5-minute morning meditation. Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in again. Release and close your eyes. Five-minute morning meditation. Step 1. You could start by lighting a relaxing scented candle or burning some essential oils in a diffuser to cleanse your space and emit a sense of peace and well-being in your meditation environment. If you don't have that right now, it's okay. My favorite essential oils to burn in the morning are aurora, cichas, eucalyptus, rosemary, or sage for an uplifting and cleansing start to the day. And then she recommends reading a paragraph of something uplifting to enlighten your mind, body, and spirit. She makes a recommendation here to read Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, which I learned in yoga teacher training, shout out, to focus on one sutra for the day. However, since I obviously don't have a paragraph prepared for us, we're going to reflect on the email that was sent out to you on Monday, the email that was co-written by my co-mom, Kelly, and her sister, Cam, and the phrase or the refrain that Cam encouraged us to repeat in our weeks and months ahead was this one. If it pleases me, I will. It's that short, it's that sweet. Let's say it again. If it pleases me, I will. This is a way in which we can reclaim our pleasure. A lot of us, especially us BIPOC millennial women, are overthinkers, right? We have to get the answer right because we have to be the best, because we have to be perfect, because we have to be one step ahead of absolutely everyone just to be on a level playing field. So I encourage you to repeat this refrain. If it pleases me, I will. Anytime you feel like you're up against something and your only goal or expectation was to have fun, right? So if you're looking at a menu and you're thinking, all I wanted to do was enjoy a meal, if it pleases me, I will, right? Just close your eyes and pick something on that menu. So think about the various ways in which this is applicable. Excuse me, it is the morning. And let's meditate on that. Close your eyes. If they're not already closed, breathe in. Straight spine, or as straight as your spine can get. Steady breath. Knowing that this is not the thing that you have to get right, You're only called to do it, to show up as you are. Feel the energy all around you, tuning your senses to it. It's subtle, but feel it. Continue to repeat to yourself, if it pleases me, I will. If it pleases me, I will. If it pleases me, I will. Go ahead and breathe in really deep. Hold it at the top. And release. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in. Hold. And release. Flutter your eyes open. Woo! Rock onto your knees and hands for tabletop. Spiral motion. Hello to all who have logged on. Glad you're joining. Spiral motion. Roll out your neck, your shoulders, your hips. And really, honestly, I'm going to encourage you to channel your inner Ariana Grande because her new album slaps. And she's all about pleasure. Keep going with the spiral motions. This doesn't have to look any particular way. You're just opening up your body. And then press yourself up and back into downward facing dog. Now I know some of us may struggle with wrist issues. So if that's you, ball your hands into a fist and use your fist to support you in downward facing dog, okay? Pedal it out. That means bend your right knee, then bend your left knee and alternate. Letting this feel good. See if you can find that goodness this morning. And then pause. Inhale, lift your right leg into the air. This is called three-legged dog. Bend your knees, stack your hips, spiral motions. Opening up the hip, breathing into your side body. And sis, that just means breathe into your rib cage. Wiggle your fingers, not your fingers, wiggle your toes, re-extend your leg, and then set your right foot down. Let's do the same thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Three-legged dog, bend your knee, stack your hip, spiral motions. Breathing all the while. And then re-extend. Set your left foot down. Inhale, look towards the top of the mat. Bend your knees really wide and actually hold it in this position. Start to hit that slight twerk. Yes, you heard me right. Slight twerk. It's the morning. Chill. And then waddle your way to the very top into a forward fold. You can bring your knees to your nose in this forward fold position. If that totally doesn't work for you, just let gravity do its job, right? Just hang upside down. Your feet can be together. They can be separated really wide. You have options. I encourage you to clasp your hands behind your back and then lift your arms over your head. Only if this feels like something you can do, right? This isn't a competition. This makes me feel a little more open. We're taking it nice and slow today. And then bring your hands down to the mat and lift yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae. Heel toe your feet together, arms lift over your head, look up at the ceiling. And then lean to the right. Again, breathing into the rib cage. Lift yourself back up nice and slow. Lean to the left. And then lift yourself back up. Stretch. Lift your toes up as well. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Whoo! Bring your shoulders to your ears, roll them. All right, we're just taking it easy. We're just feeling into our bodies. Pisces always do what they want. I want to channel that energy. Close your eyes once again. I want to honor the land that I'm practicing on this morning. The land of the Muwekma Ohlone tribe, land that was stolen by white settlers for the process of colonization, land that has been denigrated for generations for the purposes of greed. Today, we're reclaiming this land and honoring it, understanding that Mother Earth is sacred and she should be loved. Let us begin. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower yourself all the way or halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog. Take your time. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal it out. Ujjayi breath, that just means breathe deeply in and out of your nose. Inhale, look towards the top. Bend your knees and hop. Give it a hop. Good job. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. So that's sun salutation A. Let's take it again. Inhale, lift your hands. Exhale, spill forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower yourself all the way or halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. If it pleases me, I will. Again, inhale, look towards the top. Bend your knees really wide and hop. Perfect. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knees. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower yourself halfway this time, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Boo, can you get the crumble? Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Inhale, look. Bend and float. We're feeling into our bodies. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift your arms up over your head. Exhale, lean to the right this time. Lift yourself back up. And then lean to the left. Lifting up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And then come into chair pose. That means bend your knees. Sit your butt back. Maybe you look like this. Maybe you don't. Doesn't matter. Come onto your tiptoes. Release, come onto your heels. Tiptoes. Heels. Tippy toes. Yes, we're doing this. Heels, stay low. Tippy toes. Heels. Stand up. Forward fold. Release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, jump back, chaturanga. Beautiful. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woo! I'm feeling warmed up. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step your foot through, spin your left heel down. Lift your arms up over your head, warrior one. Find your posture. It's okay if you don't stick it immediately, right? Find the ways in which you feel expansive. You can always add movement. I don't care what anyone says. And then reverse warrior. So keep your right knee bent. Lift your right arm up and over your head. Triangle pose. Cartwheel your hand down. Bring your left arm into the air. Breathe. Breathing from your belly. And then bring your left hand down to the mat. Swing your right foot behind you. Chaturanga. Lifting your chest up. Pressing your hips back. Woo! Left leg in the air. Swing it through. Come to warrior one. If at any point you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, just like look at the screen. Breathe. Again, give yourself permission to do what you need to feel expansive. If you just want to stay still, you can just stay still. We're still in warrior one. Now come to reverse warrior. Ujjayi breath. And then cartwheel the hand down for triangle pose. Straighten the left leg. Left hand is down on the mat, right hand is in the air. Bring the right hand down. Bring your left foot down, or behind you, excuse me. Chaturanga. Lift your heart up. Press your hips back. Woo! Pedal it out. It's not a race. It's not a competition. You just be you. Inhale, look towards the top. Come onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees really widely as you press back. And then hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair pose. Come onto your tippy toes. Heels, tippy toes. Heels, tippy toes. Just finding your balance. Heels, tippy toes. You have to know how to do this if you snowboard. Heels, tippy toes. Last time. Heels, tippy toes. Stand all the way up. Woo! Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Down dog. Right leg lifts. Step through, warrior one. Reverse warrior. Triangle pose. Cartwheel your hand down, come to chaturanga. Lift your heart up. Press your hips back. Woo! Left leg in the air. Step through, warrior one. Find what works for you. Reverse warrior. Triangle pose. Both hands down to the mat, chaturanga. That's a low push-up. Lift your heart up. Press your hips back. Breathe in and out. Inhale, look towards the top. Bend and float. Halfway lift. This time, bring your right leg out to your side and hold it. We call this fire hydrant. I don't know if it's a legit yoga pose, but I do it all the time. You know, you should be feeling something. I'm feeling a lot of things. Keep holding it. Come back to chair pose. Whoo! A little relief, yeah? Come back to halfway lift. Bring your left leg out to your side. Shaking, normal. Feeling like you want to give up, normal. Clench your ass. Come back to chair pose. Tippy toes. Ooh, heels. I almost fell. Tippy toes. heels. Tippy toes. Heels. Tippy toes just to stand up. Whew, relief, relief. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Jump back, chaturanga. Lift your heart up. Press your booty back. Inhale, right leg in the air. This time bring your right knee to your right nose, or to your nose. You don't have a right nose. Re-extend your right leg. This time bring your right knee to your right elbow. Bring it to your wrist. Re-extend your right leg into the air. Step through and drop your forearms down. Come to lizard pose. Readjust your bra if you have big tits. Lizard, so you're just laying your arms on your yoga mat, perhaps dropping your head down as well. Exploring this posture. Ujjayi breath. Make your way back onto your hands, but grab your left foot with your right hand this time. Corkscrew pose. Maybe you don't have to name the sensation, just be fully present with it. I can attest, this is a lot. We're doing a lot right now, okay? Release your left foot. Bring your left hand back to the mat. Press yourself up into a low lunge. And then bring your right foot back. Chaturanga. Lift your heart up. Press your hips back. Perfect. Left leg in the air. Now we're going to do exactly what we did on the right side. Bring your left knee to your nose because you only have one. Press your fingertips into the mat for additional support. Re-extend your left leg into the air. This time, bring your left knee to your left elbow. Bring it down to your wrist. Re-extend your left leg into the air. Step your left foot through. Bring your forearms down to the mat, lizard pose. When we're still, that's when the mind wants to judge us, right? It wants to critique. It wants to say all the things that we're doing wrong. Change that. If it pleases me, I will. Okay, exactly what we did on the right side. This time grabbing your right foot with your left hand. Corkscrew. Allowing the sensations to come up, not labeling them, just being with them. Release. Left hand comes to the mat. Press yourself up into a low lunge. Bring your left foot behind you, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Let's come to child's pose. A quick breather. Walk both hands to the right side. Return them to center. See if you can outstretch your arms a little further. If not, that's fine. This time, walk your hands over to the left side. Breathing into the side body, aka your rib cage. Walk your hands back to center. Again, see if you can stretch them out a little further. If you cannot, that is okay. Come up onto your hands and knees. Spiral motion. Reverse, opposite direction. Get into it. And pause. Outstretch your right arm in front of you. Bring your left leg behind you. Hold it. Now bring your arm and your leg to a diagonal. Return to center, release, spirals. Pause. Outstretch your left arm in front of you. Kick your right leg behind you. Hold. Diagonal. Yes, yes, stay with it. Return to center. Woo! Spiral it out. On your hands and knees, spiral it out. Let's do that again. Outstretch your right arm in front of you, your left leg behind you. Find a dristi, that means focal point, and just look at that. Diagonal. Return to center. Woo! Spiral it out. You can really get into it. You can make bigger movements. All of that is acceptable. You have permission. Pause. Left side. Left arm out, right leg behind you. Find a focal point, that dristi, diagonal. Return to center. Last time spiraling it out. Whew. Ujjayi breath. And pause. Come onto your knees. This is one of my all-time favorite postures, camel pose. So bring your hands to your low back. You can look behind you, or you can drop your hands a little bit lower. You can drop them to your ankles or your shins and look all the way behind you. Hold this posture. Lift back up. Hey, welcome back. Come onto your forearms. Forearm plank. Make sure your arse is in alignment with the rest of your body. If you got a fatty, that's okay. Just do the best you can. Breathing. Knees down. Woo! Stand back up on your knees. Camel pose. Hands to your low back or hands to your ankles or your shins. Looking behind you. Lift yourself back up. Come again to forearm plank. You know what to do. Just come into it. Clenching your abs, not your jaw. Letting your body shake and quiver. Knees down. Last time coming into camel pose. lift yourself up. Whew. Come into downward facing dog, planting your hands and your feet into an upside down V. Pedal it out. This is going to be our final posture for the day. So hooray, you did it. Let's end with a hip opener. Inhale, right leg in the air, three-legged dog. Bring your right leg all the way through. Set your leg down on the mat so that it's perpendicular to the top of your mat. Parallel, perpendicular, I don't know, look at the screen. Bring your arms up over your head. And then lay your arms over your leg. Keep holding this posture. So in life, there's a lot of pressure that's put on us. Sometimes this pressure is explicit, sometimes it's not. But we can feel it nonetheless. The pressure to do, to be, to have, to get, to aspire. That's pressure. Some of us can process it, right? We use it, channel it, become greater. Some of us simply can't. And the pressure begins to break us down. And we begin to doubt ourselves. Even the things that were once fun and enjoyable become confusing, slightly pleasing at best. But that's not fair to us. The pressure that we've inherited from society, from our family, from our friends, that's not necessarily ours. We don't have to hold it. So in this posture, and in all yoga postures, consider that. Consider that you no longer have to hold the pressure that life has given to you. You can release it. Slowly walk your hands back. Swing your left leg to the front. Ooh, take it easy, take it easy. Windshield wiper the knees. So both knees are in front of you. Drop both knees to the right. Then drop them to the left. Keep going. Just like a car windshield wiper. And then when you're ready, make your way once again into downward facing dog. Left leg in the air. Bring it through, setting your leg down, lifting your arms up, laying over your leg. Consider this a release from all the pressure. See if you can hold still. Slowly walk your hands back. Swing your right leg to the front of the mat. Windshield wiper. Give yourself a good squeeze. Hug your knees into your chest. And then lay on your back for final rest. Shavasana. Bring your knees into your chest again, giving yourself a squeeze. Turn to your right side. And then make your way up into a seated posture. I want to thank you for joining this live, for watching this whenever you have the opportunity to watch it, and really just moving your body. Again, BIPOC women gotta deal with a lot, right? And this is just one way in which we can alleviate the stress, the pressure that life puts on us. I hope that this practice brought something to you, perhaps a little love and light. Bring your hands to your heart center. We'll close with one final Om. Breathe in. We'll end by saying Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, which just means peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Have a beautiful day.